This is the Fastcorp Divvy vendor. I'm just going to go over the inside of the front door to explain what everything is and where everything is. So when you first open your main door, it'll look like this, and you're going to open the inner door, which is where all of your currency systems are and the main controller board. So we're just going to go over that briefly. As soon as you open the inner door on the Divvy machine, as well as the Evolution 2 vendors, you're going to want to open the display door so that you can do all of your work on the inside of the door, not have to run around the door back and forth. It's a nice feature of the machine. So this is the display door right here, and if you grab the right side of it, it will open so that you can see the display from the inside of the cabinet. Inside the cabinet, this is the main controller board here. This battery keeps the time on the board, but nothing else. All the rest of the memory is static, and this is the main board for the whole machine. Right in the upper right corner right here is where you would use a micro SD card to upgrade your firmware or save your program. Of course, again, we have the display right here, which I showed you before. This is a fuse block that protects a number of different motors in the machine. On this particular model machine, this large plate here can accommodate a small touchscreen for the front of the machine for your nice customer interface. Now, this particular machine has a Cantaloupe System in for cashless, and the unit happens to mount up here on the top of the door. Sometimes they're in the cabinet on the side, and sometimes they'll be further down on this door here. The MEI one is a magnetic mount, and it just depends on your system, but they'll all be contained in this cabinet where all of the MDB devices are. Over here on the back of the inner door, we have the service keypad on top with the payout buttons and load and close, which you're going to use a lot with the machine. And the bottom keypad is a copy of the front keypad. So we refer to this as the inside customer keypad, because this is the same functionality as the one in the front, but when you're working inside the door, you can do all the same functions you could from the outside as well. Below that here we have a diagram to show you the position to put the arm in when you do a calibration of the arm. Moving further down the door, you'll see right here, this is the back of the customer keypad. And down here we have a place for a credit card or other cashless system, as well as a bill acceptor, two separate locations. So if you were going with a bill acceptor, this happens to be an MEI, and this would mount over here in the door. As you can see, our cashless is already in there. Here is your coin return mechanism and the coin chute. And below that, you could mount your coin mech. In this particular case here, I have an MEI unit, and that would mount down here on the bottom right there. Alright, and then below that, below the coin mech, at the very bottom there, is the cash box for overflow. So if your coin cassette becomes full, the coins will drop into the cash box at the very bottom of the door.